Good morning, students. I welcome you all in my new class of class 10 history, and with this class we are going to conclude the chapter, that is the first chapter, and in this class we are going to understand, or we are going to try to understand a little bit a complicated topic, that is the nationalism and imperialism. That is nationalism and imperialism. You know from class 9 that if the word ism is added to any other word, that means it's a theory. So nationalism, that you know the meaning, that it's a theory of a nation, and imperialism I will explain today. So today we know that we are discussing about the nationalism of Europe. And we have seen several countries like Britain, Germany, Italy and Greece and so many others, how they unified, how the growth of nationalism was there, right? Now today we will see another part of the world where the nationalism was there and it created a huge change in the mentality of the people. The area is the Balkan area. Where is the Balkan area? The Balkan area is in the middle of Europe and Asia, where Europe and Asia, both the continents, they are meeting. It's the middle part, and it is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. As you can see in your world map, the position of the Balkan area, it is rich with different resources. The area is very beautiful, and they have rich agricultural land. They have many minerals fulfilled in these areas, right? And in these Balkan areas, there were many small countries. The countries like Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Slovenia, Serbia, Montenegro and so on. So you can understand that there are many countries, but they are small countries. And these small countries in the 19th century, they were charged up with this romantic nationalism. They were charged up with this romantic nationalism from the literature, from the paintings, from the songs, from the plays, dramas which you have studied, that their culture has also played a very important role in spreading the nationalism. The idea of nationalism also spread through the cultural segments, right? So these Balkan states or these Balkan area became very charged up with nationalism. And when this nationalism is in high volume, we want to spread our nationalism to other countries. Like if I'm in love with my country, I'm in love with my country, so I want Indian culture to spread. So what I'll do to spread? Not now, yes, definitely in those periods, during that time, I will capture some other country, rule them and spread my ideas, spread my culture, spread my nation. That means you are going to attack somebody else's country, right? So you are thinking to rule somebody else. So that idea of ruling somebody else's country, somebody else's nation means imperialism. So you can understand from this that nationalism, when it is in a radical mode, when it is highly charged up, turns or transforms into imperialism. And when imperialism is there, I want to capture any other country and I go there. I run there, I go there and I capture that country and start to rule. Then what happens? Then happens another thing which you all know, which is known as colonialism, which England did. England was charged up with nationalism. England had a very radical nationalism. That's why they formed the UK with the 4 nations, but still their nationalism was growing up. So they came to our country with this imperialistic idea and ruled our country through the theory of colonialism. And when colonialism starts, in a way, that country starts believing in nationalism again. So it's a circle, right? So this thing happened in Balkan region. The Balkan states were charged up with nationalism and they had the feelings of imperialism. So they started attacking each other, started fighting with each other. And the big powers of Europe like England, France, Germany, Russia, they said, okay, no problem, fight with yourselves, we are going to support you. And this is how in the year 1914, finally in the beginning of 20th century, the First World War started. There was a case which is known as the murder of the Herzegovina, murder of the Sarajevo. What happened that from Hungary, a Hungarian prince was killed. An Austrian prince was killed by an Hungarian terrorists, and Austria was creating pressure on Hungary, and Austria was supported by Germany. When finally Austria attacked Hungary with the support of Germany, England and France supported Hungary and the First World War started. So you can see that the circle which I was mentioning, that a nationalism which is in a radical form, right, which is in a radical form transformed into imperialism. Transforms into imperialism, and imperialism then takes place in a new country which becomes colonialism. And if the colonialism is there, like which happened in India, we suddenly woke up and we suddenly saw, somebody is ruling on us, somebody is ruling over us. So somebody from outside came. So somebody forced us to wake up from our sleeps, and we started to love our country. So again, from colonialism we go to nationalism, and this nationalism is known as forced nationalism. Forced nationalism, which was felt by India. India didn't have any kind of nationalism like the Germany or Italy had. India had a forced nationalism because England came to rule us. Because England had a radical nationalism, so they had the feeling of imperialism and they followed a policy of colonialism in India. And when India was colonized, when India felt that they are a colony, then they started loving their own country and the forced nationalism was there. So you can see that there was a circle. This circle is a never-ending circle which finally also led to the beginning of First World War in 1914. First World War. So if a question comes that what are the reasons of First World War, you have to explain this, right? I hope all of you have understood the meaning of imperialism and nationalism. I have already given all the question answers in the e-portal. Hope you are getting that, and please do the homeworks and submit it accordingly. Okay, thank you.